y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and you've arrived, I think, at day 11 of the 100 Days of Zentangle 2020. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I have been sort of phoning in those titles lately, haven't I, guys? Sorry about putting the wrong day. Oh my goodness. I almost did it again yesterday, so let's hope I can get my act together soon. It may get worse before it gets better, and I appreciate y'all's patience. All right, let's see where we're at today. Our tangle today is going to be Scena, or Scena, or however you want to say it. It doesn't matter, it's still the same tangle. I learned this really, or started to enjoy this at seminar, the CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher Training. And this is a very zenful tangle. And that is exactly what we're going to do today, is we're going to find some zen. What I want to do today is for you to make 4 dots on whatever surface you are using and make those in a square, okay? And I want you to connect your dots. You can do that straight across. I don't usually sweat these very much, but I can't seem to make them straight. Nobody is surprised by that. All right. All right, so what I want to do today is to do one large Scena in this, in the middle of this tile. And I want you to notice that you can do Scena in any area, no matter what the shape. It is very easy, and but it can be a little brain teasy. So what you want to do is you want to start Scena with a sort of a little stalk, like sort of like a fescue, okay? Just a sort of a curvy, fun line. It can look like whatever you want. It can go completely opposite of what I did. Okay, so what you do next is you're going to start this off by drawing a line, a curved line from the tip, the thick tip. You're going to go out to the edge, and you're going to want that line to curve. So something like this. All right? And it really you can start from wherever you want on here. You can make it curve whichever direction you want. It does not matter. Okay? So to begin with, we're going to start right here in the same area. And we're going to keep drawing lines out from this spot. Each one of them is going to get slightly wider at the outside, and so it's going to be sort of like rays of sunshine or something coming out of here. You want each one to be consistent with the one that you drew before. All right? So what we're going to do today is this is going to be a true sort of a meditationally sort of, okay, chill out. Get your pen and paper, draw your little squiggle here, start at the thick end, and start drawing lines out in a curved fashion around the head of the little mark that you made. All right? And then we're going to keep coming now. Ideally, let me see if I can turn this around, if I'll get an easier stroke with this. Maybe so. All right. Now I cannot stress enough for you to take your time with this. All right? Now, as you come to a corner or something along that line, feel free to change the way that your curve is happening. You can make it do whatever you want to. So before we go any further, I want everybody, I know you hear me, every one of you, take a deep breath right now with me. Take one more. Let your shoulders relax. Let your body relax. All right. Now, all we're going to do is continue this. Okay? I'm going to continue to do the exact same thing. It does not matter what you do with these lines as long as they are consistent. Yeah? All right, so I'm going to be sure you shift your tile often so that you keep a good drawing angle for your hand. And when you come to a line or to your border, just stop drawing. Okay? At this point, you should be coming close to where it's simply a line. Okay? At that point, you're just going to hopefully do a better job. Let's see. Now that I've got this, I am going to do this like so. I can't stress enough. Take your time. Try to keep your line width consistent. I did that here, but I did not do this one. You can mess with the ends that touch the border, but try to keep what's coming off of this consistent in width. Now, when you run out of room over here, just keep going out further on this line. Remember to breathe, just like that. Remember that you can't get these lines wrong. They can look like whatever they look like. The only thing I want you to think about today is each individual stroke. Is your hand in a comfortable position? Are you able to make each stroke in a similar fashion? I'm trying to keep each stroke of my pen similar to the one I did before. Now, I think for most people, starting at the line and drawing out from there is better. But I again emphasize that you guys need to do what feels comfortable for your hand. However you feel like you have the most control over your pen strokes, that is what you want to do. I'm getting slightly wider as I move. I'm very comfortable with my pen stroke right now, where I just wanted to change it up there. Okay. Now necessarily, as you change your position on the tile, the stroke changes and the lines change, and you want that. You want that to be organic. You want it to grow on itself. Now, when you come to the end, you're going to treat that a little bit like you did here. All right? You're going to keep drawing your strokes from the line, allowing them, the strokes of the pen and the shape of your borders and your position on the tile to guide you. If they have to get a little bit wider at the end here and really come off the same point, that's all right. The beauty of this tangle is that it will look different each and every time you draw it, depending on, you know, a lot of different things. What shape the line was that you started with, what shape your borders are. Now, I'm at a place where I'm about to turn this corner, right? Oh, and be careful. Usually these pens, these microns, don't smudge. However, I've used quite a bit of ink in this spot and I allowed my hand to smudge over it. And so just be careful. You need to allow these thicker spots time to dry a bit and then touch them. So just note of caution. So I'm going to continue, and I'm just going to put a little bit of a curve. Remember, you cannot get this wrong. Whatever your tile looks like when you're done, whatever your page looks like when you're finished, that's okay. You could even put a 4-square grid and do one of these in each grid and have something really cool. So just keep working your lines, keep coming out. We are turning the corner now. This tangle is another one of your requests, your viewer requests, and I really appreciate those. I love them. I do see them all, and I will get to them. I am trying to, a lot of these tangles relate to each other, and so I really like the opportunity to explore some of that. Now this is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. You know, with me, it's always entertaining. So narrow up at the top where the line, where you come off the line. And then slightly wider as you go out. Now I could be moving along this line, but I think I'm going to get a more interesting look if I do it like this. And put some gentle curves in your lines. You're going to get a fun effect. Now, in these situations where you're running out of room, you can handle it a number of ways. You can keep moving down here and just end at this line, which is probably what I'm going to do. You could take this one. Actually, I like that idea better. And then I'll just tuck these up in here. Like that. And there you have Scena. See how easy that is? Now you might want to, depending on what your line looks like, you might want to redraw that. It's up to you entirely. You can leave it without, but what you're going to do with your shading, and I'm going to wait a bit for this to dry off before I start using too much graphite. But what you're going to do with your shading is run it along this line first. Okay? Once you have really let that ink dry, then you can add your graphite or whatever pencil you want to use for shading. You're going to get your best effect on these things if you're not afraid to get in there and get a nice rich blend of gray. You want to not have a line here, and to blend it up. Now there are a couple of other places we can shade. Anywhere the lines converge, you can add graphite. That's going to be a natural shading point. Now here is another place where these lines look like they're going beneath these. We are going to shade there on that one side. So we are going to encourage that optical effect. I really love this tangle. I hope it was relaxing for you. Now, if you're comfortable, you can also run graphite around your edges. That is going to sort of give it a pillowy effect. Or you can put it on two sides, which is probably more correct, but honestly, I don't care. It's not that I don't care about the art, it's that I've told you guys before, shading makes my head hurt. And I understand how to do it, but if it's too much thinking, I just lose my interest in it, because that's not why I came to Zentangle. I don't like to think. I understand the concepts of it. I'm just not very good at following them. Okay, let me show you how that will look. Let's blend all this out. And so that's got a good effect. Yeah. And remember, you're seeing this ultra close up. Once we get further out on this, it will be more evident. Plus this light I've got going on, it makes it difficult. There. Now we're starting to get the effect. And the other place that you can shade if you want to, you see how these are curved, right? And depending on your perspective, you can put a dip in here with some shadows. I'm just going to add just a tiny bit right here, sort of accentuate these what I perceive as dips. And once you add a little graphite to those, between that and the curve in the line, you can trick the eye into thinking, oh, well, I can't tell if you can tell from where I'm at. Maybe I just overdid that a little bit. But you get what I mean. It's sort of like contouring when you do makeup. You know, you want to emphasize the curves and the valleys and things like that. And you do the exact same thing with pencil, is you can, you know, give the impression of things. So I will definitely be doing another pencil run. Now, another idea for you if you would like to try it, and I don't even know if I want to start, but I probably will, and that is to put a tiny bit of line weight or something, little, just a little extra oomph. Well, maybe not that extra. Now, like I said, this takes patience. And if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. If you want to try it, go for it. Just want a tiny bit of extra. Sort of dresses up the ends. I don't know if I'm selling this very well because of the shaking or not. And I've got all these little jiggy jags. And I don't know if I can fix them or not. And I'm going to make it worse, aren't I? Okay, something like this is a fun way to finish out the lines if you don't like to leave them untended like this. And I probably is my issue, is I need my 01. But this is Scena. Now, I hope you really were able to zen on this. And this is simple enough and short enough and easy enough to do all over the place. If you've got an extra minute and you're stuck on hold and you've got an envelope, you know, stick some Scena on the back, relax yourself. It's fun and fun to play with the sorts of patterns that you get coming out of there. So enjoy this. Have a short day today with me, and I will see you back tomorrow for day 12 of the 100 Days of Zentangle. It is amazing to me that we have gotten this far. I'm going to be banking a couple of more videos that are similar to this for the next few days, and so I hope you enjoy them. I'll see you tomorrow.